Tim, let's start with gold, because one of the other big moves overnight was that gold in sterling terms was up 2%. I guess that was partially on the weaker sterling. It's basically a double currency trade, right?
Yes, I mean obviously the pound sterling took the brunt of the news last night, but you know gold expressed in dollars has been down, and that's obviously explained by the big differential in the movement of the dollar pound cross last night. Right.
So where do you anticipate gold going from here, and you know, will sterling continue to have an impact on where it goes?
I mean, I think so. I mean, frankly, I'm a bit surprised by the lack of movement in gold and the fact that we're down over 10 bucks here going into the second half of the morning. The market really didn't blink a whole lot, you know, with respect to that news development. I do think ultimately, as the situation evolves and whether Prime Minister May can formulate a coalition in the near term and gain some traction moving into the Brexit negotiations, you know, I think if she's able to do that, you know, gold should remain at the levels and not be able to take out the 1,300 level we've already taken out or tested at least. But if she's having some difficulty here, ultimately I think gold's going to benefit from that. We're headed back to 1,300 pretty quickly.
Tim, are traders beginning to look past geopolitical risks down there? I mean, really, the rally has been holding no matter what we throw at this market in terms of political risk here in the US or in Europe. The market is just ignoring it, except obviously for some of the commodities.
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest risk really the market has been pricing in is the domestic risk here in the United States with respect to the Trump administration's problems with Russia. You know, I think the Comey testimony, while damaging in itself for a variety of different reasons, you know, I think it did kind of take away some of that impeachment talk that was stirring, you know, and a lot of the speculation about what or what not former director Comey was going to talk about. But I don't think there was anything damaging enough to give the market the feeling that, you know, impeachment's going to be an impending threat. And I think that flight to safety came out of the market because of that.
So then, Tim, what happens next week for oil? Just briefly let us know. We're trading at a 45 handle now. That's down $4 from just a few days ago. Do we reverse a little or stay where we are?
Well, I mean, the news flow is definitely on the side of the bears. I mean, this is still, it has been, is, and I think it will continue to be, you know, a supply story. You know, we have news of China just yesterday, you know, announcing their production fell by 6.8%. In May, they imported the largest amount of crude oil, the second largest on a monthly basis in history. You know, so there's plenty of demand to, you know, to work with. But, you know, that supply side story is going to need to improve for the market to be able to hold $45 and move back toward 50.